the most important #1 thing that I have on our homestead. So this thing, gosh, it might not look like much. Ugh. And so far they have held up. And I use this really all the time. And my kids lost the main bars. It's big, it's heavy, it's never gonna break. Smasher. I was not aware it was that sharp. Hopefully I don't get stung by a black widow in here. What's up, y'all? My name is Bo Brillerton and welcome to the Better Together Homestead. I'm gonna be going over all of the gear that I bought from year 1 here on my homestead. And I'm gonna have links down below. Some of them are affiliate links, so I appreciate that. It really helps out our channel. Okay, the first thing that I bought whenever I was starting my homestead was a good pair of fencing pliers. It's just perfect for building fences. You're gonna be building fences for animals on your homestead. I also really like these DeWalt pliers. They're spring loaded. Basically, I just keep these 2 pairs in my back pocket and I use them for every time I'm building a paddock, building a little pen for the pigs. You have to have these. All right, none of these are in any particular order. The next one is going to be a table saw. So I just got a Ryobi table saw. All the stuff that I use is Ryobi and it works. The main reason why I bought the table saw was for installing our flooring in our shed to house. Things were kind of hard. I'd have to get like a circular saw and then rip it. And then once I got a table saw, my goodness, it's just the easiest thing. It's really not that much more expensive. Kelly's now building shelves all over the place. And so it's always nice to be able to buy a 1x12 for shelving and then rip it to like a 1x8 or 1x6 and save money. Okay. So this next one is this steel tamping bar. You see it has a butt end on this side where you can smash down a hole. You got this end to actually break up the earth. We are in very dry land, so everything is super duper hard clay. It's big, it's heavy, it's never gonna break. It is a great investment. Okay, next up is I just got a replacement chain for my Ego 56 volt chainsaw. This is an old one. I bought this back in suburbia. I do like this. I'll have a link down below. I do think that there's other options, so do your research about electric chainsaws. I just have had this since suburbia back in 2016 and 17. The batteries are starting to die on me, so that's a bummer. Sometimes it's just easier for me to just buy a new chain. It would be better to learn how to sharpen and get better sharpening tools for a chainsaw, but that's something that I bought that first year. The incubator isn't here. I haven't incubated eggs in a long time, but that was a piece of homestead gear that we got from Tractor Supply. We like it. It holds 21 eggs, I believe. We haven't tried duck eggs yet, but I would like to give that a shot. Next up, with the same topic of incubating eggs and then brooding chicks, is our chicken brooder. A lot of people do a heat lamp. We actually like these because it is not a fire hazard. We call them the robot hens to keep the chicks warm in the brooder. So we actually bought 2 of those. That one I just showed you was the smaller one. Both of these are good, same company, just different models. We love these heat brooder thingamajiggers. What is it actually called? This is just called a heating appliance for animals. All right, next up is gonna be this motorized auger. I don't use it quite as often. I'm gonna show you another auger that I actually use more often, but whenever I need to get into some really, really hard ground, that's whenever I bring out the motorized auger.
Well, Ted went right through our internet cable.
Okay, almost forgot about this, but I saw it in the shed. It is a TPost Driver, so that you're not having to use a sledgehammer for your TPost. You need one of these. I just got this at Tractor Supply. It is nothing special, just a TPost Driver. You're gonna need one of those. So this is a Fisker's axe. We don't do a whole lot of splitting wood. This axe is fantastic. The handle is never going to break. Just know that I know that it's not the highest quality axe because it's not something that I do every day. It's affordable and it's never gonna break. So that's why I got that one. All right, 2 things that are next on the list. I don't use them all the time, but whenever I do need them, it's nice to have them. It is a 2-ton come along puller and then a heavy duty strap for that come along. It's really good to have these 2 things whenever you do need them. You're not gonna use them all the time though. All right, the next on the list is something that I think is on the top of the list that you would like to get. It is this Seymour manual auger. It's just a manual auger that really, really works. And I don't always like the clamshell type of augers because you get down in there and you can't get the dirt out. This actually, as you auger it, it grabs all of the dirt and then you can just take it out of the hole. You can go really deep, and then you could figure out a way to mount this so that you can get even deeper. I use it all the time, which is why it's over here, because I was just using it, or my kids were using it, and they didn't put it away. Hey y'all, just to interrupt this list really quick, let me know if you actually like this type of video. Give us a thumbs up and leave me a comment of the things that you think that I have missed. Okay, back to the Homestead gear list. Believe it or not, this is going to be probably the most important #1 thing that I have on our homestead. I don't know how it's lasted this long. Rainproof, waterproof jacket that I got from Walmart. It's made by, I guess, Swiss Tech. Y'all, I bought this in 2018. So the weather probably took like a 30-degree swing downwards. So I was not prepared for it to be cold. This was just a wooden box. You guys, this thing keeps me warm. This thing keeps me dry, keeps in it if there's ever any ice. This is my go-to jacket for all things. I doubt that I have a link for it. If I find it, I'll put it down there. But just letting you know that if you can find a good waterproof, rainproof winter jacket, it is absolutely worth it. It's going to be the thing that you turn to because when you're homesteading, you have to go out into the elements and you're gonna need something like this. It's kind of similar to the jacket, is getting some good boots that are waterproof, that are weatherproof. I used to have the bogs and I had issues with them. So we have switched to High C. This video is not sponsored by High C. They're way cool looking and so far they have held up. Getting a good pair of boots is key for homesteading. I'm on my feet all day long, working my tail off, and this is great. If you want to do more research on this, I want to go into that personal care stuff, but wow, this stuff is awesome. It really is a miracle stick. I love it. All right, next item is just going to be Berkey water filters. I'm not going to go into deep. There's some controversy about Berkey, so I'm not going to say that you need to buy it or not, but we like our Berkey, and we bought new water filters whenever we moved here. And at the moment, it's our best quality of water. Next 2 items definitely are household items. It is the stainless steel plates. So we have 5 kids and we had all the normal, nice dishware whenever we got married. We went with stainless steel. We have these plates, we have the bowls. We love these things. The kids can throw them. They take them outside all the time and we forget about them. And then we bring them in, throw them through the dishwasher. They are squeaky clean and wow. All right, next one is a digital scale. This is just about cooking, but hey, you want a homestead because you want better food and you want to be able to save money. This is actually the second one that we bought. So we didn't buy this one first. I'll do it in another video for the things to not buy, but buy this one, E-Tech City. It has been excellent. It's just great. Chicken, poultry, shears. So we use these really for quartering up, cutting up a whole chicken for chicken processing, but you use it for a lot of things in the kitchen. It's spring loaded. What I like about these, there you go, you can unlock it just like this, and then they come apart, so that's easier to clean. You don't want to get all that protein yuckiness inside there and you can't clean it out. So that's why I like these. The next thing up, this is controversial. Skip over it if you don't like it. We have dogs. We got animals like chickens. We wanted to train them to not eat the chickens. So we did get this Garmin electric training collar. Basically, usually just use it as the vibrating setting, but sometimes we did need to use it. Sometimes Mercy, when we're on a long walk in the back of the property, she likes to find a hole in a fence and then run off. If we have this on her, we just buzz her, vibrate a little bit, she comes back. There's lots of other brands. This one's worked for us. All right, last on the list. This is my tool, my cardboard toolbox. This is called a sickle. You guys, this is like a miniature scythe. And I use this really all the time. In a future video, I'm gonna share with you how I keep this thing sharp. Was not aware it was that sharp. It was just like super dirty last time I used it, and I was cleaning it off, and that was stupid to try that on camera while I'm not paying attention. It's good for weeding and things like that in small spaces. Alrighty, y'all, that is my list. We'll see you on the next video.